Siakam is starting to turn things around as Chris Boucher is back in the good books of Darko Rajakovic. Hey everyone, welcome to Inside The Raptors. Rob Wong joined alongside by Mike Ganter and Ryan Wolstat of the Toronto SUN. And guys, Pascal Siakam had a really slow start to the season. Some were wondering if there was even a fit for him on this team anymore with the emergence of Scotty Barnes, but a 31-point effort against Dallas last week, followed up by a 39-point effort against Washington on Monday, Mike, and it seems like he's found his role within this team. What are you seeing from Pascal right now?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a surprise. I mean, I know he's been so calm about it. It's just like this was only ever going to be a matter of time. But the thing that I'm watching now is, are him and Scotty going to be able to do it at the same time? Because I mean, Scotty was pretty good last night, but he wasn't great. It just seems like we're getting one without the other, and it would be nice to sort of get that, that Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, where they're both doing it on the same night kind of thing. Maybe that's being a little bit greedy, but that's the thing I'm watching right now. Can they both be at their best at the same time? I think it's a great sign that we're seeing this from Siakam, no question, and I have little doubt that Scotty will find a way to make it work. But I don't think we've seen that quite yet.
Yeah, just following up, it seems like we see more of it when Pirtle's not in because he's a complete non-shooter there and they need more space. So when you have a guy like Boucher who can hit some threes, or Achua's a little bit of a threat, or even Otto Porter with his shooting, they seem to mesh a little more. But yeah, with Siakam, he seems to be coming around, but it's still pretty inconsistent. And the thing that worries me a bit is, well, he's hitting almost all of his 2-point shots. He's not hitting anything from beyond the arc, and he's also struggling from the line. Like, his free throws and his threes, it's his lowest success rate since I think his second season. So something's a little off there, but he did get the game winner to fall against the woeful, horrible, awful, no good, whatever you want to say, Wizards. Man, they are terrible. So I went off track, but I just can't believe how bad they are.
Yeah, they are a tough watch right now. Meanwhile, another guy that found himself struggling out of the gate was Chris Boucher, Ryan, who some games was in, others didn't play at all. But recently here, he's been a key cog off the bench. What do you think he's doing right now to get more minutes from Darko Rajakovic?
He's just staying ready. That's what Darko said from the start when we asked him, well, why isn't he playing at all? He said, well, we're going to need him at some point, and he just needs to stay ready. And to his credit, and Siakam credited him for this too, he has. He works his butt off in practice and the scrimmages, and he's just, he's never not going to be ready to answer the call. And he almost won them that game. Siakam won them that game against the Wizards, but he was right up there. He nonstop hustle plays, rebounds, block shots, dunks, layups, running the floor, just putting pressure on Washington nonstop, relentless. That's what's going to get Boucher minutes. And it's nice that, he missed his first 5 threes of the season and he's starting to hit a bunch lately. That if he has that weapon back, then I don't think you can deny him playing time, because just on hustle alone and spirit, he deserves a shot.
Yeah, and he's last night's game was made for him. I mean, a team comes out lifeless, looking like they don't care, and then he comes. You can't help but pick up your energy when you see him going crazy like he was last night. I mean, for me, the big part of his game were the 3 blocks. I mean, they all seemed very timely when he had them, and I mean, it got the crowd back into it. I mean, Pascal, I agree with you. Pascal won them that game, but I think it was Boucher that got that crowd back into it, and that crowd was key last night. They needed them because that first half was abysmal.
Yeah, watching that first half, it was pretty clear that the defense, Mike, was what put them in that hole to begin with. And it seems like OG Anunoby's absence may have been a big reason as to why that is the case. I guess it goes to show just how important this guy is to the Raptors' defensive philosophy.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a big proponent of getting Otto Porter Jr. into that second unit because his experience and his level of calmness that he brings to that group. But, you switch out what you would think is a pretty decent veteran defender and presence for Otto Porter Jr. for OG Anunoby, and you see that happen. You just go, wow, OG really is that important to this team. And he does so much. And I mean, I keep harping on it. I don't know if it was with you guys that I was talking, but I mean, radio interviews or whatever, but I keep harping on how he's just underappreciated throughout the league. It's taken him a while to get any recognition right now he's at that sort of second team all NBA, all defensive NBA team level. But it's almost, for me, it's a given right now that he's gonna make that jump and join that first team.
Yeah, I think that people have been sleeping on this guy for way too long. He was only getting votes for all defense from Toronto, and it was like, are you guys not watching the Raptors at all? Like, he guards every position well, some of them like as well as anyone in the whole league, and he's just a really, really good player. And the Raptors need to give the tape of that game, the Washington game, to all the voters this year, and then a couple of OG's best games where he's guarding a Jokic or guarding a whoever, guarding a point guard, and I think that should help because he is the straw that stirs the drink for the defense. He's just awesome on that end, and then on the other end, what I've been talking about, he's probably the most reliable catch and shoot 3-point shooter. And obviously, yesterday they had to do a late flurry to get to even 19% accuracy from three. So yeah, OG he's the unsung hero of this team, no question about it.
I almost want somebody to look up, and it won't be me because I'm not that energetic, but I want someone to look up the last time a starting five played an entire game without a three and still won, because nobody in that starting five had a three.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That is absolutely wild for sure. But OG Anunoby, maybe someone that you don't want to trade. Maybe you want to keep that guy around for a very, very long time. As always, you can leave your Raptors thoughts in the comment section below or email us at TorontoRaptors@postmedia.com. For Mike Ganter and Ryan Wolstat, I'm Rob Wong. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you next time.